Sugar withdrawal symptoms. First of all, are they real? Yes, very, very real. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just list them, and then we're going to go through each one and how it affects you and how you can overcome them very easily, okay? So hang in, we're going to give you a really comprehensive list of all the withdrawal symptoms you got to deal with and how to get through each one of them. So the first one is anxiety. Second one is changes in sleep patterns. Third one is depressed mood, difficulty concentrating, dizziness or lightheadedness, fatigue, intense cravings for something sweet, intense cravings for other carbohydrates like chips or pasta, irritability, and nausea. So these are just a few. There's more, but these are some of the strongest ones, and they are powerful. So about the second or third day off of sugar and ultra processed carbs, I want to throw that in there because it's super important that you take into consideration that pasta and pizza and bread and all of these things, ultra processed carbs, turn to sugar in your stomach, okay? And they're going to keep the cravings alive. The last thing you want to do, gang, if you're trying to get off sugar, lose some weight, or cure up or heal up a few of these things, is to have the cravings. The life of sugar freedom is no fun if you're craving all the time. So the first symptom is anxiety. Anxiety is easy enough to overcome with some exercise and some sleep and proper hydration. You're going to find that if you're doing all of the right things and you're not exercising for calorie burn, you're not exercising for weight loss, you're exercising to handle your anxiety so that you feel less anxious, because it's going to be one of the symptoms. Now, unless you exercise, unless you really hit it hard in the first few days, you're going to have sleep pattern interruption. This is really annoying because, first of all, you're feeling bad altogether anyway, and you don't want to, feel bad and be tired all the time. And honestly, it's going to feel like you've just been on a 10-week work binge or something. You're going to almost sleep 10, 12, 15 hours a day. And you need to do that. You need to set up almost like a home spa day where you can, my suggestion has always been to start like on a Thursday night, because Friday is kind of a grace period. You can go to work and be all right. It won't be that bad. But Saturday and Sunday, second and third days are going to be rough. Okay. No flour, no sugar, cutting back on all this stuff. So please think about trying to set it up where you have a lot less stress. Okay. Now, the third one is depressed mood. All right. Now, you don't need to run off and get something from the doctor or whatever. Just try and get through it first, and then see pretty soon in the 10th or 15th day. Sometimes if you got a really bad habit, it may take longer, but for the most part, that clears up. Kind of the sun comes out and you feel a lot better. And the reason you have that is because you've literally thinned out your dopamine receptors. You have less of them. You've downregulated, they call it scientifically. You're really now dealing from your deep limbic brain, right? And your brain wants to get this dopamine hit. It doesn't really want sugar, gang. It really just wants a dopamine hit, right? Now, difficulty concentrating is another one, simply because you're literally, you're processing your frontal lobe, your nucleus accumbens, where your processing power has been compromised, if you will. Sugar shrinks your brain over the long haul. And when you withdraw, when you're not manually pumping the sugar so that you're getting dopamine, and you begin to heal up, you're losing a little blood flow from your nucleus accumbens where you're processing things. Look, it's amazing that people come to me all the time for weight loss, right? And health issues, type 2 diabetes and stuff. But what happens is they end up, like on all the testimonials that we do later on, even if they've lost 100 pounds or put type 2 diabetes in remission, they're raving mostly about that their brain came back online, that they're able to focus better, that they are able to, they're not as irritable, right? They can think better, they can process faster, do their work better, right? So it's just really kind of amazing that sugar is affecting our brain so much. Hey, they're calling Alzheimer's now diabetes 3 because sugar affects the entire body: dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, GABA, the adrenal glands, the cannabinoid receptors in your body. You just get this warm feeling. And by the time you're adults, you probably don't really get the buzz that the kids get, that you see them when they're running around at the birthday party. But we really do have withdrawal symptoms. Dizziness and lightheadedness. Sometimes when you stand up, you might be a little dizzy. And, people get really scared of this one, okay? You stand up, you're a little lightheaded, you maybe get dizzy and have to sit back down or what have you if we get out of bed too fast. So be careful of this and know that it's a withdrawal symptom and not some larger disease. Now, I'm not telling you not to go to a doctor, but what I'm trying to tell you to do is just get through to the other side. Usually with a normal habit, unless you have a really heavy habit, within 5 or 7 days, all of this stuff is going to go away. So please don't run off and get more pills and stuff. Just try to get through it at the beginning. And then if it persists, obviously you want to see your doctor, but likely it won't. Now, fatigue is going to be one of the worst symptoms because you're just, like I said, you're going to probably have to sleep 10 or 12, 15 hours a day for the first few days. But please get that sleep. Plan it out so that you can get that sleep. The cravings for something sweet. One of the things that after a decade of doing this and helping thousands of people with thousands of written testimonials of success stories, that I still have hard to believe that the body is smart enough to be craving something sweet, to have your mind hijacked to the point where you're thinking, I gotta have something sweet, I gotta have something sweet. And if you do fall prey to it, here's the teaching moment, my friend. Here's how you begin to understand what sugar is doing to you. Say you're on the 4th or 5th day, right? And it's just too much. You've got a meeting at work, the kids are a pain, and you have an ingestion of sugar, some kind of sugar. All of a sudden, all of the symptoms that we're talking about go away completely, right? They just disappear, they evaporate, and you almost feel like you're back to normal. Gang, wouldn't that, to me, should be the signal that it's to scare you to death, to know that this is doing this to your brain, okay? So, and then also for other carbohydrates, pasta and chip and pizza, it's going to try and trick you. Your body's like I said, your entire lizard brain, your limbic system, your deep brain, your first brain, if you will, is going to try and get this stuff in. Irritability, okay? Look, you got to protect yourself. You're going to be snapping at people. You're going to be kicking the dog. Please know that this is a sugar withdrawal symptom and, protect yourself, almost put buffers up so that you're not, in situations at work or with the family. So please, irritability is absolutely a symptom. Now, in extreme cases, people have nausea and they have, digestive issues, if you will. You understand what I'm saying here? So please, know again that this is just a withdrawal symptom, okay? And here's the thing, here's the big thing, okay? And I want you to understand this in a deep, deep way, is that if you get into this, like 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, whatever, and you start to feel a little bit better, and then you end up getting drawn back into the sugar, what's going to happen is you're going to have to go through the exact same withdrawals again. Okay, so please stretch it out a little bit farther. There's lots of information on the page below. You can grab the free book. You can see that right below in the show notes. And there's more information if you're ready to get going right away. But please like and subscribe if this was something that was of interest to you. If you're really ready to do this, please take this seriously, at least for 15 or 20 days, to see if you might be addicted to sugar. Gang, talk to you real soon. Sugar Free Man signing out. Take care.